Hey, day 44, and we are still in Osaka, finishing up the last couple of things. We don't have any more requests in our queue at this point. I think we've completed just about everything outside of this one. So I think what we're gonna do is make our last round, in town, picking up what we can as far as things from the nearby shops and the restaurants and stuff like that. And after that we'll make our way to the lock keeper.
How's it going? You picked the goods. We appreciate your. Thank you very much.
Hi, welcome.
We spent a few minutes, in the latter part of the last episode, also not only buying some items from Sophia's shop, but we also went back into the Velvet Room as well, and make sure that all of our persona are sort of upgraded
Hi, welcome.
as much as they can be.
That's a popular choice. Thank you. Very. Is that all for today? Here are your items. Is that all for today? Here are your items. Thank you. Shall we?
Please take your time. Is this all? I guarantee. Thank you.
Can I help you? Is that what you want? Here. Is that what you want? Here you are. Is that what you want? Here you are. Take it. Stop by it.
What'll it be? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's thanks a bundle. Please come back soon.
All right, so let's head to Shinsekai, where they have a bunch more shops and restaurants.
Good. Will that be here? You are. Come again.
Hey. Oh, that's dope. Sweet, thanks. Come again.
We've got whatever you need. Is that all for today? Thank you. There. We'll see you again, right? What would you like? Come again.
Is this it? Thanks. Thanks so much.
Welcome. Oh, that's here you are. Is that all? Here you are. Please come back soon.
Hey, this what you want? You got it. This what you want? You got it again. We've got it all. Is this
what you need?
And this is the last one.
Waiting for you.
I don't plan on cooking anything else. Stats wise, I don't know what the weaknesses are in dealing with the the next lock keeper, but I think let's stick with Makoto, Ryuji, and Sophia. And then head back to the van, do a save before we jump back in.
Get to work.
We're here. This is the place.
So, this is Akira Konoe's family home?
Do you suppose Konoe's father still lives here?
No. He died 20 years ago.
What?
I found some police records of an incident that happened here back then. A burglar forced his way into the home and stabbed Konoe's father to death.
How tragic.
Most items of value were gone, so it was ruled as both a robbery and a homicide. I never found the culprit.
And what did Konoe do? He lived here too, right?
He was 8 years old at the time and was the only survivor. If this is the birthplace of Konoe's trauma, we'll probably uncover the truth about his father's murder as well.
Yes. Let's do what we came here to do.
I'm inputting the keyword now. Everyone, get ready to enter.
Hopefully we'll jump straight into the place with all the action.
This room. Are we inside the house now?
Looks like it. 20 years into the past. Whoa, who's that? Is that Konoe's father?
You little shit. What do you think feeds you every day, huh? I swear you're just a bill. All you do is eat up my hard-earned money. Don't talk back to me.
Somebody, please.
No, I can't watch this anymore.
Keeping you around's a real pain in the ass. Maybe I should just kill you too. If she'd just handed over the money when I told her to. Nobody ever takes me seriously.
No, not Mom.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Here he comes, enemy of evil, champion of those in need. Listen up, viewers. It's time to band together and call for Zephyr-Man, protector of justice. Zephyr-Man! Guess I left the TV on.
Okay, I get it now. There are no heroes. No one's coming to save me, except to me. I have to become stronger. I have to. I'll kill him, and then I'll be the hero.
What the fuck are you mumbling about, you freak? Not like it matters. You'll be joining your mother soon enough. I'll kill you!
Alrighty, and there's the next lock keeper with 2 rocket launchers. No, that's 4. 4 of them.
Joke to people. You want to die? Trust me, I'll be glad to get rid of you.
This guy's sick. He really killed his own wife over some money? Unbelievable. That monster! How could anyone do something so awful?
Alright, so right off the bat, we can see he's got a weakness to Bless, Curse, and Electricity, or Zeo, which is pretty good. So clearly we've made a few great choices for this fight. But like with any fight of this level, first we'll focus on buffs. Let's go ahead and kind of keep him busy with some skills. Oops. So initially, the difficult part is always getting everyone buffed up. I think we're okay, in okay shape to kind of start going crazy here. Interesting. Is he also weak to nuke? Which is pretty great. So pretty good damage dealing so far. I mean, there are a few enemies that he has called forth on the side of the area. But I think, you know, ignoring all that mess and kind of focusing on him is probably more worth your time. Especially if you have the ability to just start, you know, pounding away with the weaknesses. But definitely make sure you have the buffs ready. It makes a difference if your attack power's up. You have a good bit of a defense as well. As you can see, we're getting towards the halfway mark for this guy, which is pretty good. And of course, you know, keep an eye on the screen for those combinations of attacks you can do with your teammates. That absolutely makes a difference in the long run. A lot of times you will happen to just land criticals back to back, and like I said, huge difference.
So this is what Konoe was trying to become a hero.
Pretty good. And you can also do some technicals on this guy using, you know, nuke skills as well.
This makes me
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, this guy is not as bad as some of the other lock keepers. As far as difficulty goes, it could be due to the fact that, you know, near the end game time frame, you're kind of leveled accordingly. So that kind of helps you out, works in your favor. But at the same time, if it is near end game, you'd kind of expect the fight to be a little more challenging. I mean, we're just pounding on this guy like no tomorrow. But again, I did happen to just choose the right party members for this. I mean, we have Bless, we have Zio, we have Curse, and we have Nuke. So that's just amazing. I mean, that was pretty easy, I would have to say. In fact, Thor, which was that Thunder Emperor, which is a sub-boss we fought in Osaka Jail, was, I think, more of a tougher opponent comparatively, as crazy as it sounds. Elect Boost, we could certainly use that, and I have no issues getting rid of some of these physical HP-based moves. And Heavy Nuke is definitely necessary. So we'll replace this one.
Is everyone all right?
Better than all right. Feels great knowing we put that asswipe in his place.
Akira Konoe. If what we just saw actually happened in the past,
Then Akira Konoe escaped an abusive childhood and avenged his mother by killing his own father. He must have framed the entire thing as a robbery in order to avoid suspicion.
You're saying he's a victim of some high and mighty shitbag too?
He must have felt so trapped. There was nobody he could turn to.
so he set out to become his own hero. And the power to change hearts helped him do just that. It's just too sad. There had to be another way. There just had to.
Hey, cool it. Whatever his past was, it doesn't justify what he's doing now. Nothing makes it okay for him to take control of people against their will.
I feel like Zenkichi, you know, from a character standpoint, is like another more refined version of Makoto. You know, helping the group come to their senses in times of, I guess, panic. And, I mean, he's also a very logical person when it comes to justice as well, I think.
If we don't stop him now, more and more people are gonna get hurt. You're all thinking the same thing, aren't you? My thoughts exactly.
Right. If we don't stop him here, then nothing's ever going to change. Let's do everything we can for now.
While it's true we need to change Konoe's heart, let's not forget we also need to save those whose desires he's stolen.
And it's time we bust out the calling card.
Oh yeah, that's kind of your thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll change his heart and take back everyone's desires.
Okay, let's head back to the car and come up with a plan. So, about the calling card. How exactly do we want to do this?
We need a place where we know Konoe will see it.
What about sending it to his company?
The police will probably be crawling all over the place. It's too dangerous.
After all that stuff he said about us on TV, I'd really like to stick it to him good. Give him something he'll remember.
We could always try pulling a repeat of Shibuya. Huh? Where'd Gramps go?
He said he had something to take care of. He's probably with Akane.
Let's just leave them be for now. All right. Well, maybe we save the calling card planning for tomorrow then.
How come?
I mean, you know, because Zenkichi's part of the team now, isn't he? I feel like he'd be missing out if he wasn't here for his first calling card. Plus, he's kinda got a lot invested in this after everything that happened to Akane.
That's true.
All signs point to Konoe being the one who turned her into a monarch. Zenkichi's definitely got a bone to pick with him. Alright, we'll wait to bring Zenkichi in on the plan.
Alright, we'll figure out the calling card tomorrow.
It's been one intense fight after another, so let's get some rest and get back to it bright and early.
Hey, is it just me, or has Yusuke not said a word since we got back?
Wow, out cold and still standing.
Dude's got all sorts of weird talents.
That's pretty good stuff.
Commissioner Kaburagi?
You look better than I thought you would. How'd it feel being on the other side of an interrogation for once?
I managed to pull through. Guess I'm getting a little old for this, huh? More importantly, though, I heard something interesting from the Nijima lawyer. She told me the reason she was able to get me out was because she had help from a certain someone.
I haven't a clue what you're talking about. Anyhow, did you have business with me?
Commissioner, I'd like you to help me. I'm going to arrest Owada. He's been behind the scenes with each and every change of heart case. Akira Konoe is the one who commits the crimes, while Owada sits back and capitalizes on them. They plan to cover up the truth by putting all the blame on the Phantom Thieves. I think they've even changed the hearts of some of us on the force. And I'm talking pretty high up the chain of command. If we don't act now, we'll never be able to stop them. Please, Commissioner. I can't do this without you.
Do you have any evidence to bring Owada in?
I'm on the verge of getting Konoe to confess. If we do that, we can expose all of Owada's crimes.
You really think Konoe will talk?
He'll crack. I know he will.
How can you be so sure? Are you planning to use the Phantom Thieves to change his heart?
Sorry, but I just can't tell you.
Yeah, more like she is talking to a Phantom Thief, right?
Commissioner Kaburagi, do you remember what you said to me back when Aoi died? You told me you would cleanse this whole rotten organization someday, and that I just had to wait for the right time. That time is now. Please, I need your help.
You've changed, Hasegawa. Your little stunt cost me my chance at senior commissioner. Even my current title is in a state of uncertainty. I need to do something to restore my credibility. If I wanted to, I could serve all of you up to Owada on a silver platter, and he'd owe me everything for it. Did that ever occur to you?
Your sense of justice would never allow it.
So she is turning out to be, you know, quite the opposite of what I had thought in previous episodes.
My. You have 3 days. If you say you can do it, then by all means, make it happen.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I'll give back your badge as well.
Are you sure?
And we can't really say this was a bit of a twist because she did try to defend justice, you know, when Owada and I guess her higher up tried to kind of, you know, entice her with the higher, you know, position as part of PubSec. And again, she was trying to defend justice at that point, but she kind of fell for it, and now she's kind of making amends for it. So
Fair warning. If you screw this up, I'll be covering my own safety above all else. No second chances. Do you hear me?
I won't forget this, Commissioner.
Shall I follow him, ma'am?
Forget it. He'll just throw you off. Actually, I have a more pressing task for you. I want you to find out everything you can about the Commissioner General.
The Commissioner General, ma'am?
I'm not one to pull punches. Never have been, never will be.
pretty cool stuff.
So, you're sure the Phantom Thieves have been dealt with, yes?
Yes, they're
being held in the jail as we speak. I've got Emma keeping an eye on them.
Well done, Mr. Konoe. There really is nothing that can stand up to you and that AI of yours.
Please, none of this would have been possible without your assistance, sir. Emma will show us the way forward.
Now, I may be getting a little ahead of myself, but what say we have a celebration of sorts? I'll go ahead and reserve us someplace nice. I think you're in for a real treat.
Looking forward to it. Till then.
Call ended.
Filth. Flapping those fat jowls of his. Roaches like him are the very reason why this world needs someone to enact justice.
You are absolutely right, Akira.
We'll have to hurry with making Operation Oraculi a reality. More importantly, how are things in the Kyoto jail?
No issues to report. The Phantom Thieves are still under confinement.
Very well. And, just so we're clear, there's no way to change their hearts. Is that correct?
That is correct, Akira. It is impossible.
Well, if you say so, it must be. We'll just have to let them rot, won't we? Now, to wrap this up. At this point, nothing can stand in my way. I'll take over this entire country. No, the whole world.
So obviously he's taking his sense of justice to newer heights. A little too much.
So, I heard you guys were waiting for me to get back. You guys are surprisingly particular, you know?
It's the first calling card we're sending out since you joined. Figured you'd want to be there for it.
Well, it's not like I haven't helped out with one already. It doesn't seem like that big a deal.
That's why we have a little proposal for you. Why don't you write this one, Zenkichi-san?
Me? But I've never written one before. Yeah, but I don't think I want to.
All right, that takes care of the calling card. We just gotta figure out how to send it.
Hey, I didn't agree to anything.
He's so comfortable bad-mouthing us on TV. Maybe it's time we gave him a taste of his own medicine.
Copy the enemy's strats?
How about an online broadcast?
We need more impact.
Could we just hand-deliver it, maybe?
If we want to get arrested, yeah?
What do you think?
Yeah, they're all missing something.
I don't know. I'm not sensing a clear winner here.
Hey guys, check it out.
Is that a blimp?
Oh, you don't see them very often nowadays.
That's the Regenbogen. It's the only airship in Japan that's currently in service. It seems it's being used to advertise Emma for Medice at the moment.
For Medice?
Apparently, it circles Osaka's airspace every day.
Every day?
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Way ahead of you.
All right.
The last calling card we will ever send, which is a pretty big deal. I think it's a little early. I wouldn't be surprised if more requests opened up, and no, they did not. Interesting.
Get to work.
I think before I do send the calling card, I may want to look at doing a little bit of grinding here and there. Obviously, the Lock Keeper wasn't that big of a deal for us. But we don't know about Akira. At least I don't. So I say let's kind of go ahead and focusing on grinding a little bit, starting with some of the people that are slightly lower leveled. And it's just very surprising to me that in the last fight with that Lock Keeper, I think that's the first time, you know, at least for a Lock Keeper fighting experience, where I did not have to use a single, you know, HP restorative, nor did I have to use any SP, you know, generation items.
Let's start the mission.
Yeah, come to think of it, we also have to think about the master arts as well, which makes you wonder, you know, I should probably focus on those guys first. So we know Haru is one that had yet to finish up, right? We also have Zenkichi left, which is fine. How's Yusuke looking? Same with him. We have yet to finish his. So I think that's just perfect. We'll continue with these guys. Trying to figure out why I can't execute an ambush on this guy. Let's try this. It's gonna be a Munchin Naga, right? Been there, done that.
Can't let you kids have all the fun.
Aren't you glad we won?
Good. On to the next.
I see a shadow.
Take this! We'll strike you down!
Right, let's go.
Let's go! Fortuna! I mean, Fortuna!
Joker's not even following attack!
Everyone stay focused. Hey, watch your health. You're getting wrecked out there.
Do it!
So the Cavern Snake Man is a pretty good enemy for grinding usages.
Switching up.
Nice work, ladies and gents. Let's go on ahead.
What is that? Can we take a look?
Great job, everyone.
But yeah, I think at this point, while we're grinding for levels, I'll just go ahead and focus on these guys, you know, including Zenkichi, Yusuke, and Haru. Namely to unlock their master art skills.
Get to work.
Because, you know, all of those things account to trophies that we can unlock as a result. And so, you know, rather than just focusing on that end game, or rather post game, might as well kind of, you know, kill two birds, one stone here.
Citizens, please note that desires equal defiance.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Should we go find out?
Ooh, I did not see that guy.
Try to stay calm.
Let's go. You're mine.
Oh, thanks, Joker. You hit its weakness.
That's it, Joker. Strike. Let's go. Fortuna. Fortuna. Switch out. There's no end to this.
And there you go. Sophisticated lady trophy earned for Haru. So that's what we're looking to accomplish next for all the others as well.
Persona. You're mine. Kurama Tenku. Kurama Tenku. It's up to you. Sure.
And I guess as far as you know, criticals, the possibility of you landing crits in general increases over time with better, you know, stats and those bond skill upgrades. Because as you can see, you tend to deal a lot more damage, especially when you're hitting crits using those combinations of attacks.
Good thing we won.
Let's keep chugging along.
I think it's more worth our time focusing on that Cavern Snake Man fight more so than the others. Because again, you know, still a challenging foe. Takes a few minutes at least to take down versus some of the other fodder shadows, if you will. Since, you know, the golden rule is that the easier it is to take down shadows, the less experience you get, the less rewards. And of course, as usual, the only obstacle standing in our way of being able to do this over and over quickly is having to return from jail you know, and go back in.
What is that?
See if I can surprise. Nope. It's difficult to ambush. So we got through that one a lot more quickly, I think. But of course, these guys are still a pain in the you-know-what. And as far as unlocking some of the master arts for the other members, I'm not sure what the technique is in being able to increase, or at least hasten that a little bit. I assume we have to use the character a lot more.
It appears we found something. I guess Yusuke has that, you know, ability for crits. If you look at a lot of his combination skills. But of course, you tend to get hit at, you know, as a result, if that's the only thing you're going to be focusing on. Like how I am doing right now. And let's calm that down a little bit. Nice. Oh, now inflicted with shock.
But Master Arts aside, we are leveling up
Perhaps we should return home.
once, you know, every battle or two. So that's good.
Let's get to work.
Very well. Let us depart. How should we proceed? Switch out.
One other thing I want to try is what if it's based on the number of shadows you defeat? And that was not good. But as far as the Master Arts, right? What if it increases based on, you know, the number of shadows that you defeat over time for that character?
Way to go, guys!
Let's go on ahead.
Do not miss.
Here I go.
Go.
Oh, let's take them out. Way to follow up, Bob.
Not done yet.
Persona! Grabbing them!
Oh, nice, Joker. You hit his weakness.
That's why you're the leader.
Thank you, no shadows.
You're mine.
Here they come.
It's over!
And here I thought they'd put up a fight.
Okay, good work, people. Let's get to work. This should be helpful. There's a sale happening. Now's your chance to shop. You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. You face the bench. How many would you like?
Max number held.
How many would you like? You want
Really?
How many would you like?
Right, I was gonna say 36 is the max number.
Would you like? You face the bench. How many would you like? You face the bench. How many? Are you sure? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure?
All right, let's go.
The navigation
Board
to
the
me.
airship. Please complete the boarding process in a prompt and orderly
What
manner.
is that? Get the hell out of my way.
You're mine!
Yours. Understood. All yours. Sure.
Take this!
I'll take it from here.
Surrender!
I'll do it.
thing we want.
No more dungeon crawling? Then let's skedaddle.
That's a very interesting weapon that Wolf has equipped. It's a bunch of road signs. That's what it looks like, at least.
Let's get to work.
Very well. Let us depart.
We're heading in. Turned in your desires. Initiating combat. Stay sharp, people.
All right, time to get started. Yours. I accept. All yours. I'll do it. You're mine.
Super Fighter is full of attack.
Switching up. Yes. Numbers are still on their side. Act wisely now. Let's go. I will handle this. Switch out. Give it to me. We're fitting their range. Stay on the offensive.
Oh my gosh.
Sure. You're mine.
What am I aiming at?
Leave it to me. Persona! Move it! Do it! I'll do it. You're mine. I've got your back.
I wonder if party members get experience if they fainted in battle. They do. According to what we just saw.
On to the next.
So very sad, but yet rewarding.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, let's do this.
I suppose we can also check out some of the earlier maps within Osaka.
Okay, let's get going. What's that over there? We can always use it.
You can ambush them from here. I'll reveal your true form. You're mine.
That's your punishment. Good luck.
Sure.
Call that a fight? I nearly fell asleep.
All right, no time to waste.
Another cavern Snake Man experience.
You're mine.
Still alive.
Alright, heavy side damage is always welcome in my book. We'll take out the light variant.
Let's go on ahead.
All hail the great hero, Akira.
So the adventure continues.
That desires equal defiance.
Persona! Let's go. Persona! Come! Take it! I will help you.
Give it your fierce best.
Give it to me.
I'll do it. You're mine.
Joker got in a follow-up attack.
Sure. Ravage them!
Oh, thanks, Joker. You hit his weakness. Now I can count on you.
Persona! This is safer! Persona! Take it!
They're hitting their ranks. Stay on the offensive.
Oh, not enough SP. Running out of SP. Finally. So the first Master Arts unlocked for Zenkichi. Took long enough, I think. And if that's the average of how long it's going to take every time, then we do have a little bit of grinding left to do.
The enemy's no pushover. Target his weakness to win.
Ooh. That's rough. I don't want to recover my SP just yet, so I'm just kind of going with the flow here, hoping I can finish this guy off before someone is annihilated.
Do it.
Okay, I'm glad we won that one.
Let's keep moving ahead, shall we?
Alrighty, then we're heading back.
And I believe that brings us to the end of today's episode. And again, I do not believe how fast it was for us in defeating the Lock Keeper. I think this was the first time that happened. Usually, it takes a while, or at least, you know, we go through a bunch of items during the fight. But this time, it was like clean hits. No one needed any items, and at the same time, I did have the right people on deck to make the job easier, so kudos for that. But looking at the current situation, all we've left to do now is send the calling card in order for us to fight Akira Konoe. But before we do, I did want to grind up a little bit. So we could end up doing that for the next episode as well. I know I do want to get a lot of the Master Arts, those trophies, out of the way. And again, at the same time, spend some time grinding. Because I do know for a fact that even if we do defeat Konoe at this point, I don't think that's truly endgame. There should be another boss even after that. I mean, who knows? Maybe it could be Owada, or it could be another, you know, super evil force behind the scenes. You know, the usual Persona treatment, if you will. But more to come on that soon. So thanks again for tuning in for today's episode, and we will see you next time.